Hello, everyone. It's Russ and
Giles.
of the Morrison Mortgage team. And what we're doing today is a lot of you may have heard already, is that we have had an increase to the prime rate once again, and it's up to 1%. And we all anticipated, and even the economists, all the experts anticipated 0.5% to 0.75. So we have had a significant increase this morning. What does that do for us, Giles? Where does this leave us all? I know we're all kind of maybe a bit concerned. We're shocked by this, but let's break it down for you.
Yeah, so the key reasons for this rate increase and why it's been slightly higher than anticipated is inflation. Inflation has been much higher than anyone predicted over the last period of time, and especially recently. So what the Bank of Canada does is their job is to try and bring that in line, and the biggest tool they have to do that is to raise their rates. So what they've said in their statement this morning as well is they've actually front-loaded the rate rise. So what this means is they've done it a little bit more aggressively, a little bit higher than anticipated, because they want to try and bring this inflation down a little bit more aggressively and a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I mean, as much as it's kind of contrary to, inflation and cost of living and all that stuff is going up so rapidly, is they're rising rates up to try to bring that down. So in a way, it's supposed to help us all, but it doesn't seem that way. But nonetheless, is that the whole goal of it is to eventually bring down inflation and make the cost of living less. So for those people that are currently in mortgages right now, we know that if you're in a fixed rate, nothing changes for you. If you're in a variable rate mortgage, depending on the type that you're in, your payments may adjust and they may not. You can always ask us any questions on that if you'd like. Reach out to us. That's what we're here for. The real estate market is always something that we always talk about in day to day in what we do, and that. So, I mean, with rates, they are going to affect the real estate market. Okay. So, Giles, any thoughts on how it's going to affect the real estate market now, or how has it been? Like, we've seen over 1% rate increases now over the past few months. What are we seeing now with the real estate market?
Yeah, so we have seen a softening of the real estate market, and that's been continuing. So there are opportunities for any buyers that may have been looking over the last couple of years that the market has softened. It's swaying more towards a buyer's market. You're not getting the type of bidding wars you were seeing previously. One of the reasons as well is less competition is the rate increases are pushing qualifying. So it's becoming a little bit more difficult to qualify for quite as much. However, the opportunity here is prices are softening. So you'll be able to have a bit more choice and a bit less pressure when you're looking to purchase.
Yeah, we're already seeing that, where we do have some buyers over the past couple of years that have just had enough of the multiple bidding and the aggressive offers, and that they're starting to come out now and looking and beginning to look at properties now, because it's more of a controlled environment, right, per se. So, but as for opportunities and that sort of thing now, so there's a couple things is that we've said in the past couple of videos that the value of the properties are softening, they're coming down, and it's likely that over the next year or so, what we feel and many people expect as well, the economists in that are saying that this is temporary rate increases, and that is what we expect. And it's tough to predict it, but as inflation comes down, the rates should come down as well. So we're still dealing with a lot of issues based in real estate where there's supply and demand issues and that sort of thing. So opportunities are rental property purchases, also refinancing your mortgage to lower your overall payments and your debt load. So if you do have unsecured payments, those have gone up as well. So unsecured lines of credit and those have all are going to be going up as well. So if you are feeling a bit of a brunt from all of this, where there's higher payments and that sort of thing, reach out. We can always help you to see if we can, we'll help you put you in a better spot in that. So, but fixed rates and variable rates in that, Giles, anything else that you want to cover on that?
Yeah, so just to finish off, if you're in a fixed rate mortgage, nothing changes, based on the rate increase today.
And if you were to decide, or say today, you're coming into the market, would you take a variable or would you take a fixed today?
Yeah, so based on what we've discussed as well, and what we expect over the duration of your term, taking a long-term view, even though right now things may seem a little uncertain with the rate rises, we're still recommending the variable as the preferred option. The primary two reasons are, firstly, the interest costs. The variable are still lower than the fixed rates, and once inflation is under control, we do expect these to kind of come back down, be a bit more consistent, and not keep shooting up as much. And secondly, the penalties. So the penalties in the fixed rate mortgages are significantly higher. So if you were to lock in at a current fixed rate around 5% or above, and let's say rates come down and you wanted to then move down to a lower rate, your penalty will be significant, likely in the tens of thousands of dollars, but depending on your mortgage amount. So those are the main two reasons we're still recommending the variable, even though the rates have been increasing, and even though we will likely see further potential increases too.
Another tip there as well is if you do take a variable and the rates happen to drop, like the fixed rates happen to drop in the next couple of years, you can lock in without any penalties or any fees or anything into a fixed rate once they come down. So that is it for today, and I hope everyone's well and having an awesome summer. And if you need anything, never hesitate to reach out.